Okay, the Minecraft thing, that's done. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hi. It's October now, so you know that means a gratuitous amount of spoopy content. Gratuitous amounts of spoopy content. Now, before we begin, I will explain that Spooptober is a time of thrills, chills, lack of skills, and pumpkins that were cut out to look like Jay Leno. But if Jay Leno, like, melted a little bit more. So like a Tommy Wiseau Jay Leno. So that's what I've got for you this month. There's going to be a number of Spooptober games, including some more long-form stuff during the week. Sundays, there will be random horror stuff. And, you know, Halloween will also probably, you know, it'll culminate in something. I don't know what yet, but something. However, I know many of you were looking forward to Goblin Sauce, and sadly we don't have a lot of Goblin content. Sure, there exists Goblin content. But, in terms of games, this month will just be Spoop Sauce, I believe. However, I do have one thing for you before we begin our feature presentation. It's building suspense. That has a nice crusty mouth. To be continued. So this first thing is the Dread X collection. This is the logo for Dread X Collection 2 because the first collection's logo, I could not find a good one that wasn't completely crusted out. So in the spirit of, you know, Spoopy Month, it's basically, it says here, 10 tales of terror from 10 twisted minds, made in only 7 sleepless nights. So it's a series of indie games. Yes, they're a little spoopy. And that's really what it is. It's the Dread X collection. It's a number of developers working on some horror games, so let's check it out. I thought that was a spooky wind sound, but it kind of just sounds like a distant toilet. Which could be spooky.
Countless ways our minds can meet oblivion long before our bodies. So we invent routines that can hopefully carry us from and back to our pillows intact. Slicing up the days into chunks that can be more easily digested. We toil away and pretend it gives us purpose, supporting lives we hope are stable and relieve ourselves with smaller, more manageable oblivions.
Yep, Airdorf is a part of
When
this.
we become dissatisfied with the process, we try to rebalance our needs. Less dairy, more gym, less booze, more weed, less gym.
Sorry, I clicked out. I wanted to lower the volume. It sounds a little bit like a
The
more
balancing act never ends.
enthusiastic
The
Mulder.
cycle never stops. Sanity is a construct, an artificial invention of humanity. And like all constructs from the mightiest skyscraper to a Lego house, it must be maintained. When your maintenance fails and the edifice crumbles, you will realize that the creeping dark comes not from without, but within.
Oh.
Sanity was always the unnatural state. Sanity was the invader. At the end of that long, entropic road, when all your humanity and sense is withered away, only the madness remains.
Dread X Collection!
Okay, now I can lower it. So I won't be doing all of the games in the Dread X Collection, chat. Just keep that in mind. I'm gonna be doing a, selection. So we're gonna do a selection of Dread X games. Now, there's also a Dread X Collection, like, 2. So I'll probably be doing that as well. It seems like, is there a 3 as well? Let me just double check. No, there is a collection 2. There is a collection number 2. So we'll, you know, we'll definitely take a look at both of them. So, and 3 is coming out soon, apparently, according to Sphinx, so that's interesting. Alright, now, where shall we begin? We have choices. So it seems like when you click them, you get informations. You know, and then you can see what they are. So I want to do that hand one. Is this the Airdorf one? Summer Night? Mr. Bucket told me to? What? No. No, that's I'm good. So we got Shatter. Carthank. The pay is nice. Don't go out. Alright, so this is again a selection that I've been kind of told would be good stream material. Talk. A game created for the Dread X Collection. Hand of Doom. I wonder if I've played something like... I feel like... Ooh. Now, I've definitely played stuff like this, but not this exact one. Do I get the hands? Surely this will be useful. The Grimoire. A spell could unlock it, chat. Pargon. Pargon. Tel eth ist ort. Cool. Hang on one second, let me just double check that the stream title is... Yep, it is. Okay. Pargon. Pargon. I am way too easily amused.
You must be the newest resident of this place. How did you escape from the dungeon? You may have been better off staying locked up.
Thanks, man. So, Palpatine or death? Which one are you going for? Both? Vin, be careful, you can incant as many words as you want and it's not skippable.
That book,
oh.
Could it be? It's the Lost Grimoire. The Master searches for it. They say it grants the wielder great power. Pray the Master does not learn you possess it.
I think there's someone in chat named the Nymphonomicon. I think. My eyes caught it very, very quickly, and that is a hell of a name you've got there, chat member. I just wanted to point that out.
Here lies the dungeon, both dark and fell. The way is shut, lest you cast the right spell.
I've got an unlock. It's, yeah.
Ta ist Ort.
Dark Metamorphosis! No. Gotta find the right spell. Do you know where the right spell is? Do you? Ah!
Some incantations may require a sacrifice of blood. If you ever find yourself running low, return to the fountain.
Okay, I've been told that I did the wrong incant. So these are tutorial wizards. And the gizzard flizzard. These are Diablo 2 runes. Oh yeah. They are. Tal eth ist Ort.
Ta ist Ort.
Weird. Someone said, did you know that this was played during the charity stream? I didn't actually know that. I didn't see it. So this is all new to me. I hope this is new for some of you as well. Dread X2 would probably be, Eth ist Tal Ort. Would probably be something that a lot of people haven't seen.
Ist Ta Ort.
There we go. Oh, cool, you can actually light the fucking... Ah! Eth ist Tal... Ethist?
Ist Ta Ort.
No, the spoopiest thing I've played in recent memory, like, one of the only spoopy things I played in recent memory was the, game I played the other day with, earlier this week, rather. Like, there were a couple moments that really scared the shit out of me in that game. Though I will say, half of them, yeah, Phasmophobia, half of them were Germa or Ross fucking with me. Eth ist...
Ist Ta Ort.
Pargon. Mantorok. I am Mantorok! You sense a new dark power in the dungeon. Oh. Okay, hey there. Fuck. There it is.
Ist Ta Ort.
So there's a new power in this dungeon. There it is. You feel compelled to take the knife. I want the knife. No. God damn it.
Ist Ta Ort.
This is where I would, like, reference the movie The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy, a movie that fucking, you know, 5% of this audience, of any audience, has ever seen. It's not a good movie, but I remember it so well that I have every time there's a knife in a video game, I want to just say, I want the knife, please. Every goddamn time.
Some incantations may require a sacrifice of blood.
What incantation? What does that mean? Like, this isn't the graveyard? This seems like a graveyard to me. Is this a graveyard? Let's talk to the wizard.
When the dagger is yours, the seal will be broken. Light torches unseen, then cast spell to open.
No?
Ta ist Ort.
I have to light the torches. I mean, the dude just said it.
Ist ta Ort.
I mean, I would get it right eventually. You know. Perhaps a spell could unlock it.
Ta ist Ort.
Stab self in wrist. And then it, oh, why isn't this opening? That's strange. I watched Evil Dead for the first time in years, and I've never seen that whole movie. Like, I know I've seen it because when I watched it, I remembered scenes. The first one. And I was like, how did I don't remember having seen this in, you know, if I ever have. And then I'm like, oh, I remember that. And there's one scene that I remember seeing as a kid that was just as disgusting now. And I'm like, why did I see this as a kid, and why was this burned away in my memory? It's the fucking Achilles heel scene. That's all. Well, the tree scene is a different story entirely. The tree scene is disturbing. That is a famous scene that I'm also... Oh. The tree scene is horribly disturbing, but the Achilles heel scene... Huh. The Achilles heel scene is the one that I remember seeing, and that one is still like the... I know it's a prosthetic, you know, foot. You know it is, but it doesn't matter because it's still so fucking disturbing. Sam Raimi's like, no, we used real feet, but we had to do a bunch of takes, so we used 15 real feet. Sam Raimi is the James Cameron of feet. That is a weird sentence.
Hello, I'm glad. Remember. Tal, Ort, F, Ist. Ta, Ort, F, Ist.
But yeah, I need to watch Evil Dead 2, because that's the one people mostly recommend. I'm wondering if I've seen that one too. There's more secret stuff? Are there... What? I see the spirits, chat. There are spirits here. This game seems to have heard you talk about the Evil Dead and has switched to a Dutch angle. Yeah, I was wondering why my vision was all Dutch. Apparently the Dutch angle is not necessarily supposed to happen. You feel compelled to take it. Yeah. The orb of true death, sure. Of course I would still somehow manage to glitch a game. Oh, no, it seems maybe it was intentional. Weird. Enter the tomb. I know I'm spending a long time on this particular one, but I'm compelled to do so because it is very weird and creepy and culty, and it feels like a good Spooptober stream. So we've been in there. Orton. Randy. Orton. Oh, this is the starting location. The opposite side, I see. Whoa! Why so many of them? I deleted a bunch! It was only like 4! At least he's orting to the beat. Oh, Jeff has an ort emote. Oh no! I was like, oh, it deletes a bunch of them. I only saw 4. I thought it would be funny. That wasn't funny. That was really funny. Wait, maybe I need to use the orb of death or something here. So what is the orb of the ort of true death? Oh, we gotta light the so it's eth ist tal ort.
Ist tal ort.
Okay, so we just do that and then we open. Dread X is coming out mid-October. Cool. Well, you know, maybe. You know, because we have Dread X 2, and then there's, if 3 comes out, I mean, I might not be able to keep up with this many Dread X's. So wait, it's Dagger, Eth, Tal, Dagger, Eth, Tal, Ist, Ort, Eth, Dagger. This better work, because otherwise I'm fucking dead.
Tal, Ist, Ort,
Half dead. Ish. Oh, that worked.
You fool. You thought you were going to banish me?
I'm the
I
Shark
was
Master.
guiding you towards my resurrection the whole time. Now, I live again, and you shall be the first to die.
You want to rule the world?
That was cool. That was definitely cool. I liked its style. I liked how weird it was. And Ort is fun. But yeah, I guess I'm bad at video games because I just let that happen. Damn. Summer night. WASD to move. Okay.
You know that feeling when you're just suddenly uncomfortable?
Yes. Absolutely nothing scary happens in this game. For best results, play in a dark room and wear headphones. Well, you heard you heard the message, chat. There's nothing scary that happens in this game. Nothing at all. Mushrooms? Airdorf is really appealing to me in particular here with this one. Hey, how you doing? It's me, Joey. How you doing? Look at this guy. This guy's Joey. He's collecting mushrooms. How you doing? I like it. It's a good thing nothing scary happens. Playtime.
Hello, Mario.
See, when you're told nothing scary will happen, then you're immediately primed for scary. So all I have to do is play... You know what? All I have to do is play a scary clip. It doesn't even have to be scary. I could just play a sound at a random, unexpected time, and you will be scared. I'll give you an example. Here's a scary clip. When am I gonna play it? Oh. What? Is that... That's poop? Let me guess, it fertilizes the mushroom and we go on a little trip. When am I gonna play this sound though, chat? The scariest sound I have in my folder.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Monkey business. Yo, 2 monkeys. Monk.
McClunky.
Vin, I can't tell what's you and what's the game. Well, that's good. You know the game definitely has McClunky in it, and that's definitely no chance that could be me. What the fuck? Fungal funny? Are all of these shrooms? Damn it. Meet me in the park. Fucking hell. Does more happen? Should I keep going? Okay, so there's more stuff. Now I'm starting to get a little bit unnerved by this because I keep expecting like japes and I don't know if there is japes. Fuck. You gotta run from the eye shrooms. Oh! Life goes on. Does that mean I have to start from the beginning? No? Okay. No, we're still going then. Okay. Funny fungus. Fungal funny. Fucking jape shroom. Oh! Goddamn jape shrooms.
Good!
I don't know what that is. Oh, I think that was a Mario Brothers thing. So someone made me a folder of funny sounds, and I've been enjoying it, as you can tell. There's another funny sound.
Break it down for me.
Yeah, I was convinced that the poop was gonna fertilize the shroom and, you know, like shrooms were gonna grow out of it or something. There was gonna be some kind of, like, acid trip into, evolution. Someone said, so what's the point of this game? You collect the mushrooms, clearly. Moon looks nice. Okay. Can you hear my keyboard? Also, the echo from last night's stream seems to have fixed itself. I think it was a USB thing, because the problem started after I pulled out the flight stick. We're running out of battery. In the top right, it's now 2 battery.
Ah!
I can't believe Will Smith is in the house that I'm in right now in this game. The moon is right! The moon is right! The moon is right! Oh, fuck! Oh my god! It grew like centipede eye. Uh-huh. Fuck off, centipede eye. That was me, chat. Don't worry about it. Fuck. Oh, good. I succeeded. Good level. Good night. One bat remaining. Well, oh no. 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 No, no. No. I just need the batteries, thank you. You live to play another day. Okay. Alright. So yeah, that was pretty good. I kind of like the slow burn games. If there's like slow burn, you know, to actually experience, like if there's some gameplay. Enter a world of uncertainty as you discover the truth behind this house, or behind the house, and behind the outsiders.
The Bye-Bye Man. Do you want to see the Bye-Bye Man? My name is the Hello Man. Hi man.
No, we're getting this shit all the way up graphics. Graphics is going up. RTX is not only on, it's within. It's time. Best way to enjoy Spooptober streams, by the way, is to, lower the mouse sensitivity. How do you... Oh no, there's no mouse sensitivity option. Just turn on the DPI a little bit. I feel like I'm playing, 7 Days to Die again. I'm looking for a can of beans. Are these pills why I wake up so violently? Must be some fucking strong melatonin. Yeah, since that night I've just been sleeping no problem. Truthfully, like, I had one shitty night's sleep on melatonin because I had a little trouble sleeping. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm good. Yeah, it's good. I think I just, if I'm gonna do melatonin, I'm probably gonna have to do way less. No, I would definitely use it again if I needed to, but, 5 milligrams might be a little too strong for me. Just left me feeling groggy and weird. I felt like I had taken NyQuil. And that's not a good post-sleep feeling. Kimma. We're just gonna hover this hammer? So this isn't PT, right? Or some variation of. I've never played actual PT on a PS4, but I've played... Sorry, PS3, or whichever PS it was on. TP? It was PS4, sorry. Yeah, I've never played it, but I've played like 10 other versions of it. I've played one in Dreams. I've played one made in Unity, made in Unreal Engine. I'm exaggerating, maybe not 10, but more than 5. Potato Thriller, Hat in Time, yep. Yeah, now I really feel like I'm playing 7 Days to Die. That is not a knife. This is a knife. Yeah, this week coming up will probably be a lot of Addict streams, including 7 Days to Die and Spelunky 2. So expect that. Need a key to unlock. Someone said Wario? Question mark? I sometimes wonder about Wario myself. I think, who is he, really? There's a lot of... I don't like those sounds. I saw it too, chat. I saw a thing. That's one of my, like, one of my weird fears is, yeah, being in the middle of, like, the woods, alone at night, and then, like, the corner of my eye, I see, like, a little alien fella just running. Follow the blood as closely as I can. Have you watched Signs? Oddly enough, I haven't, and I know that it really just describes what I had just told you very well. Some really fucked up sounds out here, chat. I saw it. I saw it. Feel very lost. And I just lost the blood too. Should I continue trying to find stuff in their chat? Also, let me move this so I can read more of the chat. Okay, so then I have to follow the blood trails. This is what I'm now being told. Sometimes the blood points to the correct location, other times not, and I'm lost already. This is, surprisingly easy to get lost in. You reached the edge and teleported out. Oh, you fucking scumbag. Dumb scarecrow scared me. Oh, it was the scarecrow, not the man running around naked with a knife. The key is in the house. Tal ist eth ort. Is my vision ever gonna fucking return to normal? Also, does anyone have any 3D glasses? Vision is normal again. I can't actually use these tools unless... Is there a button that allows you to use the tool? Just the use button? Every tool has a specific use. This is a bit more involved than the other games, but the ending is really worth it, is what I'm now being told. I love the atmosphere, but, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And then my eyes go chromatic aberrations. Why? Play easy mode. Items don't spawn in random locations. Let's do easy mode. Just so we can experience it. It seems like this is a thing that, you know, you can play multiple times and there's a different outcome each time. Which seems cool. This house isn't real. Where am I? Who am I? Oh wait, I know who I am. I'm Beetlejuice. It's just Beetlejuice clothes.
Like fucking model.
Beetlejuice. 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 It's okay, I don't believe in Beetlejuice. I only believe in the Scungili Man. Again, I keep seeing duct tape. I'm like, oh, I can use that in 7 Days to Die to build a thing. Okay. So we need a key to get to the barn thing in the back. The shed. Vin, look at the fireplace. It is certainly a fireplace. Someone made The Shining in Animal Crossing, by the way. That'll be my next Dreamtown visit. Behind the toaster. What? Alright, I'll be back there in a second. Let me just check in here. Read the fireplace. Oh, okay, I thought that was like spoopy decoration. I don't know. I found button behind toaster. Wow. All I had to do was read the damn thing. Whoa. 11 minutes, 42 seconds. Hmm? I assume I'm losing time every time I do that wrong. Key. Rusty key. A door opened. Where'd the timer go? The fucking timer went away. Oh, this is really good spoopy atmosphere shit. Even if I have no idea what's happening. I turned it back on. I have a rusty key, so maybe it'll fit out here. Vinny, where are you going? I'm going to the shed. Maybe rusty key fits. My favorite baseball player, Rusty Key. It worked. It's rusted shut. God damn it. Get the crowbar. Good. It's nice I could just teleport back, though. Get the crowbar. Is it a hammer or a crowbar? I heard sounds behind the vent. How much time do we have? 6 minutes. 31 seconds. Where'd that damn vent go? It's here. Here. Not much I can do with it right now, it seems. Screwdriver. Hopefully it works. You son of a bitch. Vision's getting fucked up again. But I had 6 minutes. it's Death Stranding, like, get away from the blood. It's a shame because this is so cool, I don't want to stop doing it. But it is very confusing. And a little too intricate. Like, right off the bat, you have to, like, find everything. I'm gonna try to open the vent. Try that. It's worth the ending, but you do you. But apparently this is the longest game in the pack. Maybe with a guide? I would consider doing the whole thing. Looks like one of these is now good. Check the walls and shelves of the front door. Lighter, there's some stinky shoes. Why would I hang this up? The notes changed. Okay. Open vent. Didn't I just open vent? Check the cabinets in the table room. Kinda wish I could just Gordon Freeman this whole fucking place. I can't though. Someone saw a key? There's a key. Damn. So there's two basement areas. There's that one, and then there's one on the other side of the garage. Fucking hell. What? What? Like, who's stabbing me? Locked door in the living room. Well, that's the locked door in the living room that I could not open. Then you didn't try that door. I thought I did. I think there's a door next to the kitchen that I fucking couldn't open. You picked up a key for the door in the living room by front door. I think sometimes people just, like, they don't watch the stream for a sec. Like, they have to, like, go away from their computer for a minute. That's okay. Oh, dear Lord. Oh! I don't mind, it's just sometimes, like, people tell me do the thing. And I'm like, but I did the thing. Dude. Fuck that corn. Nope, rusted shut. Can't use the scroll bar. I can use the scroll bar for this though. So this is one of 6 switches, I guess. There's just so much to do and keep track of. When, for me, like, I just enjoyed the spooky atmosphere, and I think I would have been okay with simpler tasks. So, as much as I would love to see the ending for this, this could take a long time. Backtracking for the items is lame. Yeah, it would be cool if you could carry them all on you, I guess. That would help. But it seems like you're supposed to, fail multiple times, and then it randomizes the positions of the items. Some would like this more than I do. Not to say I don't like it, I think it's actually probably, in some ways, one of the best games in the pack so far, but one of the 3 that I've played. But yeah, it's really cool, it just requires a lot of time and learning and backtracking. And chromatic aberrations. I'm being... Oh shit, I see. I see. Yeah, the goal is to just not step in the blood at all. If possible! Alright. Man, I would love to, have seen the ending to that, but I don't think I want to spoil it for myself. We're just gonna move on to the next one.
You're not groovy! You're a nerd!
Rotgut. That's one of my names. So I believe this was made by Will, who made Soda Drinker Pro. So expect, like, extra weird. Will's a good dude. I've actually, I remember we were at a Bethesda party together one year after PAX. So, just weird memory I have. You'll see a rock at the curve of Gano Street when you do walk into the woods. So from what I understand about this one, it says based on true events, but chat, there's a good chance I'm just gonna wander around aimlessly for a while and just see strange things, and that'll be that. So this is where... Okay, so this is after PAX. Alright. And, we got the invitation from Bethesda. And then we're heading over to the place, I forget the name of it, but it's at the Westin Hotel. So we're going there now. This is based on a real story. Remember, chat, this stuff was made in, like... Were all of these games made in 7 days? "7 Days to Die," huh? Gano Street. Dancing in the street. You'll see a rock at the curve of Gano Street when you do walk into the woods. Alright, so... I understand. There's instructions. I'm just looking around at stuff. That's all. So, this is Gano Street. Interesting door. That's a John Malkovich door. Here's the spooky rock. Now we walk into the woods. Is this light bucket? Telling you, gotta get yourself a light bucket for your Halloween decorations. Wait, there was a rave? Did this actually happen to Will? He... he found, like, a sewer rave? Is this man wet? He looks particularly wet. In fact, every person here looks a little moist. This dude looks like he's about to show up in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake. And Blockhead, that was the cosplay winner at PAX East 2015. I'd be a little suspect if you were dry at a sewer rave. Dry sus. Oh, I see what you did there, chat. I get it. I've only played the game once, but I get the meme. Someone in chat said gallop some more. Okay, I'm galloping. Is that a bat? There's no run. There's just long stride. It's a shame the audio just got replaced. Name drop? This really happened? What do you mean based on a true story? What's that say? I really hope this didn't happen. So, okay, let's break it down. Let's break it down for me, okay? Here's what happened. So, dude is in a city of some kind, turns into the woods at a rock, goes into a sewer rave, and keeps walking down the tunnel alone. None of this seems like a good idea. Well, it's based on a true story, so it's not entirely. Let's just assume that there's elements of truth, but is it... Did the dude find a weird skeleton creature? In a fucking sewer? We made it up. Okay. If this is like some kind of like, underground Lovecraftian city, then I'm going to assume that this is all real. Nyarlathotep. Or, sorry, that's not the name of the city. That I don't know what that is. I don't remember, but it's Relaya. Whomst? Wait, is Nyarlathotep also a city? No. Remind me, what's Nyarlathotep? Is that one of the old ones? It's an old god. Yep. Okay. I did read that one. When does Wario appear and chase you out of the tunnel? You want some? Oh, he says you want fun. What is that meme about sex where it's like also Wario is there? Wario Tunnel.
Ooh, Mario's Tunnel of Doom. Very scary.
Wario, every copy personalized. No. Wario, you want fun?
Wario show you fun. You want fun? Wario show you fun. You want fun? Wario show you fun. You want fun? Wario show you fun.
So, Chad, do you think that me going through this tunnel and exiting the other end of the tunnel will yield a reward of some kind? Someone said hold Alt for sprint. No, it's shift, and this is the sprint. You want fun? Wario show you fun. According to a chat member, Rev played it and there was more to it. Go back, you could interact with Rotgut. Really? What did I miss? I was trying to interact with Rotgut. There are 6 random endings and they all take forever. Okay. You have to go to the end first, then come back and things happen. Now, I could understand that if, you know, if it took a little bit less time to get to the end and then back. Maybe like 1 minute. I just, for the sake of Sunday stream, you know, don't have the capacity to play through that again or to go all the way through that tunnel and then go back. So, I mean, if you want to check it out yourself, it's a good collection. It's worth checking out. Maybe you could Google Rev's ending of it. I liked Rotgut. Rotgut was cool. Let's do another one. In the ruins of future Britain, new gods rule the wastes. Interesting visuals already. Let me get that volume a little bit lower. Chat gut. Cool low poly experience so far. Well, this is a surprise. New faces are rare enough, it looks like. You've got no neurals. None at all. You know the gods rule everything outside London, right? Without neural access, you'll be dead before morning. Help them. You're gonna be crazy. This one? Tell you what. Down the hill there's a town, if you can even call it that. If you find any neurals there, I'll configure them for you. But just so we're clear, you'll owe me. Like most tech in Britain, this is a battered old thing, clearly repaired by many different hands over the years. Damn, how far into the future are we? It's like fucking 2021? Without the Morrigan, we'd all be dead. The government doesn't give two shits about us. These are hard times. There's so much bioterrorism floating around. You see, I can't do an English accent without it getting real weird. Without divine nanotech, our crops would fail and we'd starve. If we didn't die from some hacker's virus first. It gets Scottish, it gets a little Irish, and then it goes from northern to proper. It doesn't... There's no rhyme or reason. So this is what I say. I'm a Brit that lived all over the UK. Also, Australia for like a week. You don't have enough larvae? Larvae? Our town's been loyal to the Morrigan since the world winter. We help nurture its fairy larvae to maturity. In return, we're given some of the most useful biotech in Britain. We're willing to trade some, if you got larva. Larvae? Larvae? Why can't I figure out how to pronounce that? You can find it all over the place, but only if you're connected to the network. Larva's just data, after all. It's larvae. Okay. What was the Japanese word for lava that Sakurai kept saying? He was going maguma, and then he was doing yoga. He was confused that lava and magma are two different things in the States. Yeah, there is a distinction. It's a small difference, but there is a distinction. I like both words. Lava and magma are both really good words. How do you think, like, when English happened, two of the coolest words were reserved for molten rock? Even molten. Damn. Right, when they were inventing English, right, they used all the good words for molten rock and that. I thought my escape from London would be euphoric. For 30 years I've toiled in that dreary hell, following the loudspeaker orders, doing my duty. They said the countryside was nearly decontaminated, that we could move back to a paradise of green rolling hills. But this place is a wasteland. The local town, if you can call a cluster of crumbling brick walls a town, were kind at least. They gave me some biotech, which I'm obviously not going to use. Some pagan nonsense about gods. If I could only get out of the country, make it to Nigeria, or Abuja, or Lagos. I'll leave in the morning, head to the coast. See, considering the current state of our world, and like, you know, how a lot of people are really down and depressed, games like this right now are either your best friend or your worst enemy. But based on, weirdly enough, what I would consider to be gaming trends. So you have things that are popular like Animal Crossing. You have Fall Guys, which is silly. But then on the opposite end, you have Among Us, which is, I suspect, everyone of ill doing. So that's weird. But then there's also Bing Bing Wahoo Mario, who's doing really well right now. So people either want an escape, or they want to accuse their best friends of being a shithead. The duality of humanity. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to play too. This seems also very drawn out, and good, in a good way. I really like the visuals. I need to bring this back to the lady. Problem is, okay, my run speed is extremely... It's good, but limited stamina that recharges very slowly. Among Us is super social, which appeals to people who have been in lockdown. That's true, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, hell, I've been more social. You'll probably notice I've done more streams. Like, I've done a lot of streams with Ross. I've done streams with my mods. It's been, you know, then I did VR chat. It's like, in what lifetime did I ever expect to play VR chat? Give it here and stay fucking still. Unless you want the mental capacity of a turnip. If you see any weird stuff, weird shit, like giant pink insects and stuff, don't worry. They're just our AI overlords. This better be worth it. Oh, this is... okay. Things are different now. Oh yeah, no problem. Vinny, is Alien Sauce done now? Are we starting the Spooky Sauce era? Alien Sauce will always be a minor B or C plot on the stream. But when it comes to what we're doing now, this is Spoop Sauce. I mean, goblins could make an appearance too. I would love to do more Goblin stuff, but there's only a couple Goblin games that would work, and some of them are like actual full games. that I'm not really down to play right now, but yeah. So now I go back up there. Monkey sauce? That stupid monkey game. I might have to play at some point. Primate! Your presence is predicated by Bridget and... Your presence was predicated by Bridget and her divination algorithms. You are a vertebrae of special interest to us. Your arrival coincides with the birth of a divine Cooper, a new god. Coincidence is statistically irrelevant, though we admit a curiosity for such irregularities. A test! We ask this primate to locate the divine pupa in the other world and return it to us. Our servants have left you a key. You will need it. Vin, are you gonna get the Lego IKEA sets? I've heard about those. The answer is no, by the way. The answer is definitely no. The theme of this one's really good, and the green with pink bugs is also really memorable and distinct. This here is a government checkpoint. You too thick to know what that means? It means fuck off. Unless, of course, you fancy giving this corporal something they can spend back in London, eh? None of this lava crap. Real money. Well, fuck off. If you want to get through, speak with the corporal. Yeah, if you want to get through. My NES Lego set is almost complete. I've built the set. It now rotates. I need to finish the TV. But it rotates and then it kind of stops. Did anyone else have an issue with that, if anyone's built that set? Like, does it stick for anyone? When it gets to a certain point? Not really. Doesn't stick for me. Is smooth. Press the pieces together all the way. Alright. Old money. I'm missing a lot of lore, but that's on purpose. I have other games on tonight's agenda that I would like to get to, and, we're not even gonna be able to do all of DreadX Collection. Vin, you missed the shiny? Where was it, up there? Or, oh, it's here. Yep, that's one of them. Openly, often traded as currency. My eyes are not processing words correctly to my brain at the moment. Will you ever revisit the Citizen game? No. Good cycle, Citizen. This is the fucking precursor to that. Yeah, this is the stuff. Still even smells of coke. I'm a man of my word. We'll let you through, so go on. Go on then. Piss off. Well then. Well, what's all this then? Well, what's all this then? Well, what's all this then? Aragorn jumped over the hill. This reminds me of Dusk. Apparently the Dusk dev did a game in this collection. Is this it? No. That's the pony one. Oh. I might want to check that one out. How long is the pony one? $20 to 30 minutes. Yeah, that's gonna cut into a lot of other stream material. Oh god, everything's meat now. Oh fuck. Oh, this is real weird. Divine pupa. Chrysalis of God. A god. Bring this to the Morrigan without leaving the other world. There's really good lore here, a lot of which I'm missing, so if you want to check it out yourself, I think I'd recommend this one. This one's real fucking cool. Damn. Should have brought a gun. Yeah, you can't spawn in this game world, like using the seed, with a gun, sadly.
Hey, Annie, look, we got the wings, Annie. It's me, Mato.
Cool music, too. Vin, did you miss grabbing the bug? I probably missed a bunch of things. Oh no, I got it in the previous life, and it wasn't there again the second time. I thought I had to go back to the First person. Go to the big bug, right? Big bug. I'm coming, my my bug overlord. I've arrived.
The primate has retrieved the divine pupa. Normally, a fairy would retrieve such a precious entity. I was mocked by the other gods for sending a primate. And though you were slain by fleshed rings of the other world, you succeeded in your task. The divine pupa you brought will soon mature. It will likely become a minor deity, little more than a fairy. But a single anomalous, such simulation predicted something exceptional, a near omnipotent god that could reshape Britain as it wished. And as a young god possesses an irrational affection for those who have helped them, this would make you a vertebrae of exceptional significance. This interaction has provided us with much data, Primate, but now it is time for you to leave. It is exceedingly probable we will meet again.
That was cool. And I even missed, like, one thing. I missed some lore and the upgrade. Strange. The Pony Factory. Okay, we'll check it out for a little bit. I may not be able to play through all of this because I have a lot more stuff I want to get to. We've been doing this 2 hours now. And, we'll check it out. Winston thought he could use hell energy to create magical ponies. Winston was wrong. Not yet. Now we can do it. Okay. Winston arrived at a solution to the moral decay of his town. He called out to Hell in a secret candlelit room one evening, and Hell answered him. Huh. The human body could, Hell promised, be twisted, stretched, and broken into a kinder, more equine shape. The human heart molded into something less human. Winston's town, now filled with the cruel and the ignorant, could instead be filled with magic ponies. If he could provide a factory in which to make them, Winston thought they could be beautiful, gentle, and good. Hell had other plans. What a premise for a video game. The human form could be melded, twisted. Look for the unlocked door to complete each area. Very different pace than Dusk. And yes, I agree, chat member, that did not appear to be a pony. A magical pony, a more pure form of life. So there's a game called Sanitarium from the 90s. It's a point-and-click game. I've talked about it on stream a little bit. It's real weird. And I'm thinking about streaming a little bit of it. I don't want to stream all of it, because I did not like more than half of that game. But it's one of those cases where I remember going to... I remember going to EB Games with my cousin, and we were looking for a game to pick up and play. For the computer, and that was the one that he wanted to play. And I was like, this? I like Mario. Never the club cousin, chat. Never. I had no relationship with that cousin. But no, I really wasn't sure about it because the cover didn't give anything away. And I remember playing this game with him and just feeling gross and scared and weird, and it was a really, really fucking cool point and click. But then the further along I got, the more I just wanted it to stop. Can't take flashlight? I guess not. So yeah, I never finished it, sadly. Oh yeah, you can take it. Start with... okay, flashlight, and then you can swap. Like the black and white style. We Doom 3 now. But yeah, there's a chapter of Sanitarium that I think chat would probably enjoy. As long as chat's cool with me not playing the whole game. I don't know what reminded me of it, maybe one of these games tonight, but as long as chat's, like, cool with me playing some of it, I'd probably play through it. But anyway, that's a conversation for during the week. We can talk about that more this week. Have you played Harvester? No, I've heard that game name a lot. I feel like Harvester's been recommended a bunch. It's good in a shitty way. Yep, that's why I know what it is. Notice that they are almost a little bit like unicorns. Like they're kind of pony-esque. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed this. When they stand, it's a little different. When they stand, I feel, like, wildly uncomfortable. But... holy shit. That was like me not reloading the blunderbuss. Yeah, almost dead. Almost out of ammo. Regardless, though, this is cool, and the rest of the stream, as Freddie Mercury would say, the show must go on. So that's the Dread X Collection 1. There's more games that I probably won't stream because we're short on time, but some good ones, some really interesting games. Other games Mr. Bucket told me to. The Pony Factory I didn't finish. Car Thank. The pay is nice. Don't Go Out. So there's a couple more if you want to check out, but I'd like to definitely check out Dread X Collection 2 at some point. So I won't come back to this one, but I'll be coming back to Dread X Collection for the sequel, whenever that may be. So thank you for watching. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to play a song, and then I'm going to be back with something called Liquidators, and then AI Dungeon 2. Horror AI Dungeon. So... The song I wanted to play is 10 minutes. The song that was stuck in my head, I should say. So here's a quick one. So that way we have plenty of time to do the stuff I want to do. So here it is.